Welcome back. I'm Sage, and this is Easy English with Sage.
Oh, wow. Today is going to be something really special. We're diving into the world of C1 to C2 English. And honestly, I'm so excited about this because this is where your English truly transforms. This is where you stop translating in your head and start thinking, feeling, and expressing yourself naturally in English. Ooh, that's interesting, right? This is the level where you sound not just correct, but confident, sophisticated, and genuinely fluent. Now, before we jump in, let me just say, if you're here watching this video, you're already on an amazing journey. You've come so far with your English already. I remember when I was learning advanced vocabulary myself, I felt both excited and a little overwhelmed. But you know what? That feeling is completely normal. It means you're growing. It means you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. And that, my friend, is exactly where magic happens. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to spend some quality time together, really diving deep into advanced vocabulary, natural expressions, and the kind of English that native speakers use every single day. We're going to practice together, repeat together, and by the end of this lesson, you're going to feel so much more confident expressing complex ideas in English. Oh, and hey, if you haven't subscribed to Easy English with Sage yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, it helps you stay motivated. It helps this channel grow. And honestly, it reminds you to practice English every single day. Trust me, consistency is everything when it comes to reaching C1 and C2 levels. Okay. Let's get started. Let me think. Where should we begin? You know what? Let's start with something really important. When people think about advanced English, they often imagine using really complicated words that nobody understands. But that's not what C1 to C2 English is really about. It's not about showing off. It's about precision. It's about choosing the exact right word that captures exactly what you want to say. It's about expressing your thoughts, your emotions, your ideas with clarity and depth. Think about it this way. Imagine you're describing your day to a friend. Instead of saying, "I had a good day," you might say, "I had a fulfilling day." Wow, that's nice, right? That one word, fulfilling, tells your friend so much more. It tells them that your day gave you a sense of purpose, of satisfaction. It tells them that you didn't just have fun, you felt meaningful. That's the power of advanced vocabulary. It's not about complication. It's about expression and depth. Or let's try another example. Instead of saying, "I'm tired," you could say, "I'm drained." Now, drained sounds stronger, doesn't it? It shows that you have absolutely no energy left, physically or emotionally. When you use words like this, you sound more expressive, more natural. You show that your vocabulary actually matches your emotions. So let's practice this together right now. Say it with me, slowly and clearly. Listen to my voice and repeat after me. I had a fulfilling day. Again, I had a fulfilling day. One more time. I had a fulfilling day. Beautiful. Now try this one. I feel drained after a long week. Repeat. I feel drained after a long week. Excellent. And one more. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. Say it with me. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. Oh, wow. Do you hear how natural those sentences sound? They're not complicated, but they hold advanced word choices that make your English sound mature and sophisticated. And you know what? You just practiced some C1 level vocabulary without even realizing it. That's how learning should feel. Natural, easy, enjoyable. Now, let me tell you something really important about C2 level English. At this level, vocabulary isn't about memorizing long-term speeches, complicated words that you'll never use. It's about precision. It's about choosing the right word for the right situation. It's about understanding the subtle differences between similar words. For example, let's talk about the difference between angry and furious. Both words describe anger, right? But angry can sound mild. It could mean you're just a bit upset. But furious? Oh, that's interesting. That word paints a vivid picture. It shows real, intense emotion. It shows that you're not just a little bit upset. You're extremely angry. And here's something beautiful about advanced English. Sometimes it's not about being formal. It's about being expressive. It's about being detailed. It's about being emotionally accurate. When you reach C1 to C2 levels, you learn to paint pictures with your words. You learn to make people feel what you're feeling. Let's practice describing emotions now, because this is so important for natural, fluent English. I'm going to give you some basic emotions, and then I'm going to show you how to express them at an advanced level. Instead of saying I'm happy, say I'm elated. Instead of I'm sad, say I'm devastated. Instead of I'm surprised, say I'm astonished. Listen to how each word paints a stronger image in your mind. Elated means extremely happy, almost joyful. Devastated means deeply sad, almost broken-hearted. Astonished means truly shocked or amazed, like you can't believe what just happened. Let me give you a real-life context so these words stick in your memory forever. Imagine this situation. You just got a message saying you passed your English exam. You could say, I was elated when I saw the result. Say it with me. I was elated when I saw the result. Now imagine your best friend moved to another country. You could say, I was devastated when she left. Try it. I was devastated when she left. Or imagine you saw your favorite celebrity walking down the street. You could say, I was absolutely astonished. Repeat after me. I was absolutely astonished. See? When you connect emotions to real situations, these words become part of your thinking, not just your memory. They become natural. They become you. Tell me in the comments right now, which of these 3 words do you think you'll use first? Are you feeling elated about something? Devastated about something? Astonished by something? I'd love to know. Okay. Let's go deeper. At the advanced level, it's also incredibly important to understand nuance. Let me think. How do I explain this? Nuance means the small, subtle differences in meaning that change how a word feels or sounds. It's like the difference between colors. Red and crimson are both red, but crimson has a deeper, richer tone. Words work the same way. For example, let's talk about brave and courageous. They seem similar, right? Both describe someone who isn't afraid, but there's a subtle difference. Brave often describes short actions, like one moment of courage. She was brave to speak up. But courageous describes a person's consistent character, their ongoing strength. He is a courageous leader. Both are correct, but they create slightly different impressions in the listener's mind. Let me give you another example. Think about this sentence. He made a big change. Now, compare it to this. He made a drastic change. The second sentence sounds more advanced, more specific, right? The word drastic shows that the change was extreme, significant, maybe even surprising. That's the beauty of advanced vocabulary. It adds detail and feeling to your language. Now let's practice together. Say aloud after me and really feel the words as you speak them. The results were exceptional. Again, the results were exceptional. Now try this one. It was a drastic improvement. Repeat. It was a drastic improvement. And one more. He is a courageous man. Say it with me. He is a courageous man. Wow, that's nice. Do you feel how strong and clear these sentences sound? That's what C1 to C2 fluency feels like. It's not about speaking fast. It's about speaking with clarity, precision, and richness. It's about making every word count. Now, here's something I want you to remember. Fluency at the C2 level isn't just about knowing advanced words. It's about knowing when to use them. It's about context. It's about feeling. Let me show you what I mean. Instead of saying, I don't know, you might say, I'm not quite sure. Instead of I don't like it, you could say, it doesn't appeal to me. Instead of I'm busy, you can say, I'm occupied at the moment. Listen to the rhythm of these sentences. They sound more natural, more polite, more confident. They're the kind of expressions that native speakers use all the time. And now you can use them too. Let's practice these conversational expressions together. Imagine someone asks you, do you like this movie? You could reply, it's all right. But at the C2 level, you might say, it's thought-provoking, but not exactly my taste. Oh, that's interesting. Do you see the difference? That response shows depth of thought. It shows you can analyze something and express your opinion clearly. It shows you're not just answering a question, you're having a real conversation. Another advanced phrase you can use is it's open to interpretation. This means something can be understood in different ways. For example, if someone asks, what does this poem mean? You could say, It's open to interpretation. I love this phrase because it sounds so sophisticated and thoughtful. If you're still with me, type yes in the comments. I want to know you're practicing along with me. This is important, my friend. Active participation is what transforms your English from okay to outstanding. Now, let's do a mini exercise together. I'm going to say a basic sentence, and I want you to try to upgrade it in your mind. Are you ready? Here we go. It's good. You could change it to it's remarkable. It's bad. You could say it's unacceptable. I'm happy. Try I'm content. It's interesting. You could say it's intriguing. These upgrades may feel small, but trust me, they change everything about how you're perceived as a speaker. They make you sound more sophisticated, more confident, more thoughtful. And you know what? That's exactly what you deserve to sound like, because you've worked so hard to get to this level. Here's something really important I want you to understand. Using advanced vocabulary is not about showing off. It's never about making other people feel bad or trying to prove you're smart. It's about expressing your exact thoughts. It's about precision. When you reach this level of English, you stop translating from your native language. You start thinking directly in English. Your thoughts become English thoughts. Your feelings become English feelings. Every advanced learner needs daily practice to keep these words active in their memory. So here's a quick tip I want you to try today. Choose 5 advanced words from this lesson so far. Maybe elated, devastating, astonished, remarkable, or intriguing. And try to use them in your conversations today. Or even better, write a short paragraph about your day using these words. For example, you could write, "Today was an exceptional day. I felt elated after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I was drained by evening, I felt fulfilled." Say that with me now. Today was an exceptional day. I felt elated after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I was drained by evening, I felt fulfilled. Perfect. That's how you make advanced words become part of your life. You practice them in real contexts, in real sentences about real situations. You don't just memorize definitions. You live the vocabulary. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily practice like this. It really helps you stay motivated. And honestly, it reminds you that you're not alone on this journey. Thousands of people around the world are learning English with us, improving every single day, just like you. All right, quick break. Did you subscribe yet? I'm watching you. Just kidding. But seriously, it makes such a difference when you commit to daily practice. Now let's talk about context. At the C2 level, it's not just about knowing advanced words. It's about developing a strong sense of context. This means you don't just memorize vocabulary. You learn when to use it, how to use it, and why to use it. Let me give you an example. The word meticulous means extremely careful and detailed. You could say, "She's a meticulous planner," which means She pays attention to every single detail. She doesn't miss anything. Everything is organized perfectly. But here's what's interesting. If you use meticulous in a more casual sentence, it can actually sound humorous and expressive. For example, my friend is meticulous about his coffee. Can you imagine? It suddenly sounds funny and shows that your friend is really particular about how his coffee is made. That's what native speakers do. They play with words to match the situation, the mood, the feeling of the moment. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly and really think about what each sentence means. He's meticulous about his work. Again, he's meticulous about his work. Now try. The report was written with meticulous attention to detail. Repeat. The report was written with meticulous attention to detail. And one more. She's meticulous about her diet. Say it with me. She's meticulous about her diet. Excellent. Each sentence shows precision and care, two really important qualities of advanced English. Now let's look at another beautiful word, inevitable. Oh, wow. This is one of my favorite advanced words. It means something that is certain to happen, something unavoidable, something that will definitely occur no matter what. You might say, it was inevitable that the meeting would be delayed. Or you could say, with so much rain, flooding was inevitable. Using inevitable, instead of just saying sure to happen, makes your sentence sound so much more natural and educated. It shows you have a sophisticated vocabulary. Let's practice this word together. Change is inevitable. Repeat. Change is inevitable. Now try. It was inevitable that they would meet again. Say it with me. It was inevitable that they would meet again. And one more. Failure is sometimes inevitable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Repeat. Failure is sometimes inevitable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Notice how the word carries a calm, reflective tone. Let me think. This is exactly the kind of emotional depth you find at the C2 level. It's not just vocabulary. It's wisdom expressed through language. Here's another excellent word for you. Ambiguous. Ooh, that's interesting. This word means unclear or having more than one possible meaning. You can say, his message was ambiguous, which means you're not sure exactly what he meant. It could be interpreted in different ways. Or you could say, the ending of the movie was ambiguous, meaning it could be understood differently by different people. Advanced speakers love words like this because they help express complexity. And you know what? Real life isn't always black and white. Real life is full of gray areas, uncertain situations, multiple perspectives. And language needs to reflect that reality. Now let's use ambiguous in conversation. Say it with me. Her answer was ambiguous. I couldn't tell if she agreed or disagreed. Repeat. Her answer was ambiguous. I couldn't tell if she agreed or disagreed. Now try. The rules were ambiguous. So many people misunderstood them. Say it aloud. The rules were ambiguous. So many people misunderstood them. Beautiful. It sounds natural, confident, and full of meaning, doesn't it? Tell me in the comments, which sentence was your favorite so far? I really want to know what's resonating with you. Your feedback helps me create better lessons for you. Next, let's talk about the word inefficient. Many learners know words like lazy or slow, but inefficient sounds much more specific and professional. It means something that doesn't work well, something that wastes time and effort. You can say, the old system was inefficient, or he's hardworking, but his method is inefficient. Advanced English speakers often prefer words like this because they express ideas precisely and politely. It's not rude, it's just honest and clear. Let's practice with short phrases. This process is inefficient. Repeat. This process is inefficient. Now try. We need a more efficient solution. Say it with me. We need a more efficient solution. And one more. An inefficient approach leads to wasted effort. Repeat. An inefficient approach leads to wasted effort. Wow, that's nice. Do you hear how professional and clear these sentences sound? Now let's move to something more emotional. The word profound. Oh, wow. This is such a beautiful word. Profound means deep, powerful, or meaningful. You can say, that movie had a profound impact on me, or her words were profound and unforgettable. It's one of those words that instantly makes your English sound wise and mature. It shows you're not just talking about surface-level things. You're talking about deep, meaningful experiences. Try repeating these lines slowly. He shared a profound insight. Again, he shared a profound insight. Now try. That experience changed me in a profound way. Repeat, that experience changed me in a profound way. And one more. There was a profound silence in the room. Say it with me. There was a profound silence in the room. Do you hear how soft and emotional it sounds? That's the rhythm of advanced English. Calm, thoughtful, expressive. It feels like poetry, doesn't it? Let's now build a short scene together for practice, so these words become even more real for you. Imagine you're describing your favorite teacher from school. Instead of saying, she was very smart, you could say, she was a profound thinker who inspired everyone around her. Say it with me. She was a profound thinker who inspired everyone around her. Now imagine you're describing a book you loved. You could say, the book left a profound impression on me. It changed how I see the world. Repeat, the book left a profound impression on me. It changed how I see the world. By using these words in real contexts, in real situations that you can imagine and feel, you'll never forget them. They become part of your natural English expression. Here's another elegant word that connects beautifully with other advanced vocabulary. Inevitable works wonderfully with consequence. You can say, the consequence was inevitable, or every decision has consequences, or he didn't study, so failure was inevitable. These are phrases that naturally appear in academic English and advanced discussions. They show you understand cause and effect. They show you can think logically and express complex relationships between ideas. Now, let's try a practice challenge together. I'm going to give you a simple sentence, and I want you to try to make it sound C2 level in your mind. Ready? Here we go. Didn't sleep well. You could say he had a restless night. She was very careful. Try. She was extremely meticulous. The view was nice. You could say the view was absolutely breathtaking. Let's do it again with more examples. It's not clear. You could say it's rather ambiguous. It's going to happen soon. Try. It's inevitable. He's a deep thinker. You could say he's profoundly reflective. These exercises help your brain make quick associations. Ooh, that's interesting. When you practice often like this, you'll automatically reach for advanced words instead of basic ones. That's how you train your mind to think at the C2 level. That's how fluency becomes natural, not forced. If you're enjoying this lesson, give me a quick thumbs up. It helps other learners find this video and improve their English too. We're all in this together, my friend. Now let's explore a few more advanced words that appear often in daily English conversations. The word assertive means confident in expressing your opinion. You can say, she's very assertive during meetings, or you need to be more assertive when you speak. Here's something important. Assertive is different from aggressive. Assertive is positive. It shows confidence without being rude. It shows you can speak your mind clearly and respectfully. That's a really valuable skill in English communication. Let's repeat together. I'm becoming more assertive at work. Say it. I'm becoming more assertive at work. Now try. He spoke in an assertive but respectful way. Repeat. He spoke in an assertive but respectful way. And one more. Being assertive helps you gain confidence. Say it with me. Being assertive helps you gain confidence. Perfect. Now here's another one of my favorite words. Versatile. Wow, that's nice. This word means flexible, able to adapt to many situations, able to perform many functions. You can say, she's a versatile actor, meaning she can play many different roles. Or you could say, eggs are versatile. You can cook them in so many ways. I love that example because it's so practical and relatable. The more you practice words like this, the more you'll notice them in native speech. You'll start hearing them in movies, podcasts, conversations, and suddenly they'll feel familiar and natural to you. Now repeat after me. He's a versatile musician. Again, he's a versatile musician. Now try. This tool is extremely versatile. Repeat. This tool is extremely versatile. And one more. You need a versatile vocabulary to express complex ideas. Say it with me. You need a versatile vocabulary to express complex ideas. Excellent work. Let's create a mini story using both words we just learned, assertive and versatile, so you can see how they work together in natural English. During the team meeting, Clara was assertive when presenting her ideas. Her versatility made her valuable to the company. She could manage projects, write reports, and lead discussions with equal confidence. Do you see how words can build layers of personality, tone, and meaning? That's what separates advanced English from simple conversation. That's what makes your English sound rich, natural, and fluent. Tell me in the comments, have you ever used the words assertive or versatile before? If not, when do you think you'll use them? I'd love to hear from you. Let's move to a few academic-style words that can also be used in daily English. Substantial means large, important, or meaningful. For example, he made a substantial contribution to the project. Or, we saw a substantial increase in sales this year. But here's what's interesting. You can also use it in casual speech. I had a substantial breakfast today. It sounds a bit fancy, but it's perfectly natural and shows you have a sophisticated vocabulary. Now, significant is similar, but used slightly differently. You can say, there was a significant change in her attitude, or the discovery was significant for science. When you're learning advanced English, it's so important to focus on these subtle differences. They show depth and awareness. They show you're not just memorizing words, you're understanding them deeply. Let's do a small practice, comparing these words. Big improvement. Try saying substantial improvement. Important moment. Try significant moment. Big help. You could say substantial help. Every time you replace a basic word like big or important with a more specific word, your English becomes sharper, clearer, more precise. Now let's talk about comprehensive. Oh wow, this is such a useful word. It means complete, detailed, covering everything. You can say, we need a comprehensive plan, or she gave a comprehensive explanation. This word is especially useful in professional English or academic writing. It shows you understand that something needs to be thorough and well organized. Repeat with me. I wrote a comprehensive report. Again. I wrote a comprehensive report. Now try. He gave a comprehensive overview of the topic. Repeat. He gave a comprehensive overview of the topic. And one more. We need a comprehensive understanding before making a decision. Say it with me. We need a comprehensive understanding before making a decision. Beautiful. These are the kinds of phrases that make you sound professional, intelligent, and fully fluent. Let's add a short listening and shadowing exercise now. I'm going to say a short paragraph, and I want you to try to repeat along with me in rhythm. This is called shadowing, and it's one of the most powerful techniques for developing natural fluency. Ready? Here we go. Learning vocabulary at the C2 level requires consistent practice. It's not just about memorizing definitions, but using words in real situations. When you read, listen, and speak with awareness, you'll notice subtle shades of meaning. Every word carries emotion, tone, and culture. That's what makes English so beautiful. Now, let's try that again together, slowly. Shadowing. You're learning how to think in English. You're learning how to express yourself with depth, clarity, and confidence. And that, my friend, is absolutely incredible. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Daily practice like this is what transforms your English from good to exceptional. Plus, it keeps you motivated and reminds you that you're capable of reaching C1 and C2 levels. You absolutely are. Now let's learn a few words related to personal growth, because advanced learners often talk about self-development, improvement, and progress. These are real, meaningful topics that matter to people all around the world. Resilient means able to recover quickly from difficulty. You could say, she's resilient after every failure, or children are remarkably resilient. It's a strong, inspiring word that shows inner strength. Perseverance means determination, never giving up even when things are tough. Through perseverance, he achieved his goals, or perseverance is key to mastering English. You can also combine these two powerful words. She's resilient because of her perseverance. Say that with me. She's resilient because of her perseverance. Try saying these sentences aloud and really feel the strength in these words. I am resilient. Repeat, I am resilient. Now try, perseverance always pays off. Say it, perseverance always pays off. And one more, he overcame challenges with resilience and determination. Repeat, he overcame challenges with resilience and determination. Wow, that's nice. These words aren't just vocabulary. They're mindset words. They remind you how to keep going even when English feels hard. They remind you that you have the strength to reach your goals. At the C2 level, you also begin to appreciate the elegance of subtle language. You start noticing that sometimes saying less can actually mean more. Whew, that's interesting. Take the word imply. It means to suggest something without saying it directly. For example, if someone says, "It's getting late," they might be implying that it's time to go home. They're not saying it directly, but the meaning is there. You can say, "Are you implying that I'm wrong?" Or, "Her tone implied that she wasn't happy." Words like imply help you communicate with nuance, with subtlety, something advanced speakers use naturally every day. Let's practice this idea together. Repeat after me. He didn't say it directly, but he implied it. Again, he didn't say it directly, but he implied it. Now try, the teacher implied that we needed to study harder. Repeat, the teacher implied that we needed to study harder. And one more, she implied that she already knew the answer. Say it with me. She implied that she already knew the answer. Every sentence shows how subtle communication can be. At the C2 level, Subtlety is everything. It's about understanding what's not said as much as what is said. Now let's explore another elegant word, convey. This word means to express, deliver, or communicate an idea or feeling. You can say, her smile conveyed warmth, or he tried to convey his gratitude, or the artist conveys emotion through her work. It's a sophisticated and natural way to describe communication that goes beyond just words. Sometimes we convey messages through our tone, our expressions, our actions. Let's practice together. I want to convey my appreciation. Repeat. I want to convey my appreciation. Now try. This message conveys hope. Say it. This message conveys hope. And one more. Your tone conveys confidence. Repeat. Your tone conveys confidence. These phrases are perfect for daily use. And they sound so polished and natural. I love how sophisticated your English is becoming. When you use expressions like this naturally, your English becomes smooth, expressive, and powerful. You sound like someone who truly understands the language at a deep level. If you're still practicing along with me, type "I'm here" in the comments. I want to celebrate your commitment and dedication. You're doing amazing work right now. Let's now connect these words in a short story to make them come alive even more. Imagine you're attending a business meeting. Your colleague presents a new project idea. You notice that he speaks clearly, choosing his words carefully, conveying passion and confidence through every sentence. Later, you might say, he articulated his vision very well. It conveyed confidence and passion. Or, if his tone was unclear, you might say, he implied some changes were needed, but didn't explain them directly. Say that whole section with me. He articulated his vision very well. It conveyed confidence and passion. He implied some changes were needed, but didn't explain them directly. This is exactly how advanced vocabulary helps you analyze real-life situations more accurately. You're not just describing what happened. You're describing how it happened, why it mattered, what it felt like. Now let's move to another word that shows advanced awareness, insightful. Let me think. This word means having deep understanding or perceptive thoughts. For example, that was an insightful comment, or her analysis was incredibly insightful. It's a word often used in academic discussions, professional settings, and thoughtful conversations. When you call something insightful, you're saying it helped you see something in a new way. It gave you a deeper understanding. Next, let's explore the word elaborate. Ooh, that's interesting. It means to give more details or explain something more deeply. You can say, could you elaborate on that? Or, she elaborated on her plans for the future. It's one of the most useful words in advanced communication, both polite and academic. Instead of saying explain more, using elaborate makes your English sound instantly more advanced and natural. Try these lines. Please elaborate on your point. Again. Please elaborate on your point. Now try. He elaborated beautifully on the topic. Repeat. He elaborated beautifully on the topic. And one more. I can elaborate further if needed. Say it with me. I can elaborate further if needed. End. Using elaborate instead of explain more is one of those small changes that makes a huge difference in how sophisticated your English sounds. Now let's shift to a word often used by professionals, implement. This word means to put something into action, to make something happen in reality. For example, the company implemented new rules, or we need to implement this strategy immediately. It's a powerful verb that shows you can move from ideas to action, from planning to doing. Repeat with me. They implemented a new plan. Again, they implemented a new plan. Now try. It's time to implement these changes. Repeat. It's time to implement these changes. And one more. The strategy was implemented successfully. Say it. The strategy was implemented successfully. Practice how the rhythm feels. Strong, decisive, professional. That's the energy of advanced English. Let's combine several of these words in a natural context so you can see how they work together in real conversation. Listen carefully and then repeat after me. During the meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. The team later implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. Now say it with me. During the meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. The team later implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. One more time, with confidence. During the meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. The team later implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. Wow, that's nice. This is how you bring vocabulary together, not as individual words sitting alone, but as part of fluent, natural communication. This is real C1 to C2 English. Another important concept for advanced learners is tone. The tone of your sentence can completely change based on the word you choose. Compare I'm angry with I'm frustrated. Angry sounds emotional and strong, almost explosive. Frustrated sounds more controlled, more professional, more polite. Tone helps you express your personality through vocabulary. Let's explore a few tonal upgrades together. Instead of saying he's lazy, you can say he's unmotivated. Instead of she's rude, try she's inconsiderate. Instead of I'm scared, say I'm apprehensive. These choices reflect maturity. They soften the emotion while keeping the meaning intact. They show you can express difficult feelings without being harsh or negative. Try this mini practice. Repeat aloud. I'm apprehensive about the results. Again, I'm apprehensive about the results. Now try, he was inconsiderate during the conversation. Repeat, he was inconsiderate during the conversation. And one more, she seems unmotivated lately. Say it, she seems unmotivated lately. Notice how sophisticated and natural these sentences sound. You're really mastering this. All right, quick break. If this lesson is helping you, don't forget to like this video. It tells me you're enjoying it, and it helps other learners discover this channel too. Thank you so much for being here with me. Now let's move to another family of words, those used for describing change and improvement. Transform means to change completely, dramatically. You can say, the experience transformed me, or education can transform lives, or they transformed the old house into a beautiful cafe. A similar word is evolve, which means to grow gradually, to develop slowly over time. The company evolved over time, or her ideas evolved through experience, or our understanding of language evolves with learning. These words are used constantly by native speakers when they want to describe progress naturally and elegantly. Let's practice shadowing together. My perspective has evolved. Repeat. My perspective has evolved. Now try. He transformed his habits. Say it. He transformed his habits. And one more. The city has transformed over the years. Repeat. The city has transformed over the years. These sentences help you sound thoughtful, mature, and fluent. They show you understand that change is a process, not just an event. Now let's look at an important advanced adjective, innovative. Ooh, that's interesting. It means creative, original, introducing new ideas. You can say, she's an innovative designer, or we need an innovative approach to solve this, or their solution was truly innovative. This is a must-know word for C2 level learners who want to express creativity and intelligence in discussions. It's used all the time in business, technology, education, and anywhere people are trying to solve problems in new ways. Try saying these aloud. He's known for his innovative thinking. Again, he's known for his innovative thinking. Now try, innovation drives success. Repeat, innovation drives success. And one more, they developed an innovative product. Say it, they developed an innovative product. Perfect. Let's connect these ideas in a real-world example so you can see how natural this vocabulary sounds in context. Over the years, the company evolved from a small business into an innovative leader in technology. Their new approach transformed the industry completely. Say it with me. Over the years, the company evolved from a small business into an innovative leader in technology. Their new approach transformed the industry completely. This is how C2 level vocabulary helps you express not just facts, but stories filled with life and detail. You're not just saying what happened. You're painting a picture. Let's also focus on a word that's often misused: efficient. It's the opposite of inefficient, but it carries a strong positive tone. She's efficient at her job means she does her work well, quickly, and effectively. This method is more efficient means it saves time and produces better results. We need an efficient way to manage time. When you use efficient, naturally, it shows logical thinking and clarity. It shows you understand how to describe quality and effectiveness. Let's practice again. The new system is efficient. Repeat, the new system is efficient. Now try, he's an efficient worker. Say it, he's an efficient worker. And one more, we need to find an efficient solution. Repeat, we need to find an efficient solution. Here's a short challenge for you. Try to combine efficient, innovative, and transform into one story. For example, ... Our innovative approach transformed the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Say it with me. Our innovative approach transformed the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Try creating your own version of that sentence right now in your mind. It's an excellent way to lock these words into your long-term memory. When you create your own sentences, the vocabulary becomes truly yours. Now let's shift to words about human behavior and personality, an area where advanced vocabulary really shines, where it really shows your sophisticated understanding of people and emotions. Empathetic means understanding and sharing another person's feelings. You could say, she's an empathetic listener, or he responded with empathy, or good leaders are empathetic. Let's practice aloud. Empathy helps build trust. Repeat, empathy helps build trust. Now try. She's naturally empathetic. Say it. She's naturally empathetic. And one more. He handled the situation with empathy. Repeat. He handled the situation with empathy. These words show emotional intelligence, a hallmark of fluent, advanced English. When you can talk about emotions with this level of precision, you show true mastery. Next, intuitive means based on instinct or natural understanding, not necessarily logic or analysis. She's an intuitive decision maker, or he has an intuitive sense of timing, or it felt intuitive to choose that option. Try repeating. My intuition told me to stay. Again, my intuition told me to stay. Now try, she has an intuitive grasp of language. Repeat, she has an intuitive grasp of language. And one more, it's not logical, it's intuitive. Say it. It's not logical, it's intuitive. This type of vocabulary is so common in everyday conversations among fluent speakers. It helps you describe how you think, how you feel, how you make decisions. Now let's use both empathetic and intuitive in a small practice scene. Imagine you're describing someone you admire. During the interview, she appeared calm and empathetic, listening carefully to every question. Her answers were intuitive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. Say it with me. During the interview, she appeared calm and empathetic, listening carefully to every question. Her answers were intuitive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. When you start speaking like this, something amazing happens. You're no longer just translating your thoughts from your native language. You're expressing them directly in English, with precision, with personality, with depth. That's the true mark of C2 level mastery, my friend. Tell me in the comments, how are you feeling right now? Are you starting to feel more confident? Are these words becoming more natural? I'd love to hear from you. Let's end this section with a small reflection exercise. Think about your own personality for a moment. How would you describe yourself using advanced vocabulary? Maybe you're resilient, empathetic, intuitive, innovative. Maybe you're articulate, insightful, meticulous, or versatile. Choose 5 words that truly represent you. Say them aloud. Feel how they sound in your voice. That's how English becomes not just a language you speak, but part of who you are. That's how vocabulary transforms from something you learn into something you live. At this level of English, your words are not just tools. They're reflections of your thinking. When you choose a word carefully, it reveals how clearly you see the world, how deeply you understand yourself and others. Let's explore one of the most expressive words in advanced English, compelling. Oh, wow! This word means something so interesting, powerful, or convincing that it captures your full attention. You might say, that documentary was compelling, or she gave a compelling argument during the debate. The word combines strength and beauty. It's persuasive, emotional, and intelligent all at once. When something is compelling, you can't look away. You can't stop thinking about it. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. That was a compelling story. Again, that was a compelling story. Now try. His speech was compelling from start to finish. Repeat. His speech was compelling from start to finish. And one more. I found the idea deeply compelling. Say it. I found the idea deeply compelling. And one more. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Say it. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Using intricate helps you sound thoughtful and descriptive. Perfect for advanced English learners who want to express ideas clearly and artistically. Now let's connect these 2 words, compelling and intricate, in one story so you can feel how beautifully they flow together. The movie was compelling, not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Every detail mattered, every scene connected to the next in surprising ways. Say it with me. The movie was compelling, not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Every detail mattered, every scene connected to the next in surprising ways. And one more. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Say it. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Using intricate helps you sound thoughtful and descriptive, perfect for advanced English learners who want to express ideas clearly and artistically. Now let's connect these two words, compelling and intricate, in one story so you can feel how beautifully they flow together. The movie was compelling not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Every detail mattered. Every scene connected to the next in surprising ways. Say it with me. The movie was compelling not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Every detail mattered. Every scene connected to the next in surprising ways. These kinds of expressions make your English sound natural, effortless, and real. They make conversations feel deep and meaningful, not just surface-level exchanges. Now, let's explore inevitable again, but this time in a more philosophical sense. Many things in life are inevitable. Change, growth, even mistakes. You could say it was inevitable that he would learn from his failure, or with effort and patience, improvement becomes inevitable. Advanced English often blends language with reflection, with deeper thinking about life. That's how native speakers use vocabulary to express not just facts, but wisdom, not just information, but understanding. Let's create another cluster of advanced emotional words you can use in daily life. 3 beautiful words: sincere, genuine, and authentic. These 3 words are similar but slightly different in feeling. Sincere means honest and heartfelt. She gave a sincere apology. Genuine means real or true, not fake. He's a genuine friend. And authentic means original, true to oneself. Her kindness is authentic. Together, these words build emotional depth and connection. They help you describe people and feelings with precision and warmth. Let's practice softly. Her smile was sincere. Repeat. Her smile was sincere. Now try. His compliment felt genuine. Say it. His compliment felt genuine. And one more. They had an authentic friendship. Repeat. They had an authentic friendship. When you start using these words naturally, your sentences gain emotional realism. They feel alive. They feel human. They feel true. Now let's turn toward words that describe thought and understanding, an essential part of C2 fluency. One beautiful word is perceptive. Ooh, that's interesting. It means having or showing good understanding or insight. She's very perceptive. She notices details others miss. Or his comment was perceptive and well thought out. Try repeating these. He's a perceptive listener. Again, he's a perceptive listener. Now try, her observation was perceptive and precise. Repeat, her observation was perceptive and precise. And one more, you're very perceptive. That's exactly right. Say it. You're very perceptive. That's exactly right. This word makes you sound emotionally intelligent and observant, qualities that make conversations deeper and more interesting, more meaningful. Another useful word is astute. It's similar to perceptive, but slightly more strategic. It describes someone smart and quick to notice opportunities or understand situations. He's an astute businessman. Or that was an astute observation. Or she made an astute decision. It's often used in business, leadership, or analysis contexts. It shows clever understanding, sharp thinking. Let's try saying these together. You need to be astute to handle negotiations. Repeat. You need to be astute to handle negotiations. Now try. His astute remarks changed the discussion completely. Say it. His astute remarks changed the discussion completely. And one more. She's known for her astute problem-solving skills. Repeat. She's known for her astute problem-solving skills. Perfect. Now let's explore metaphorical language, when words carry deeper meaning than what's said literally. For example, saying, "He has a heart of gold," doesn't mean his heart is actually made of gold. It means he's kind, generous, wonderful. Advanced speakers use metaphorical language naturally, all the time. Try saying these with me. Her words lit a fire in me. Repeat. Her words lit a fire in me. Now try, he's walking on thin ice. Say it. He's walking on thin ice. And one more. It's a double-edged sword. Repeat. It's a double-edged sword. These expressions are all metaphorical and extremely common in native English. They add color, emotion, and depth to your communication. Let's pause and reflect for a moment. At this stage, it's not just about memorizing vocabulary lists anymore. It's about using words to paint meaning, to create pictures in the listener's mind, to express feelings that go beyond simple definitions. That's what makes C1 to C2 English so beautiful, so powerful. Now let's work with a few advanced adjectives that can instantly enrich your expression. Intriguing, captivating, and fascinating. All three mean something very interesting, but with slight differences. Intriguing suggests curiosity, mystery. That idea is intriguing. Captivating means something that holds your attention completely. Her voice is captivating. Fascinating means deeply interesting or charming. The book was fascinating. And Tony. Let's practice these together. The idea was intriguing. Repeat. The idea was intriguing. Now try. The story was captivating. Say it. The story was captivating. And one more. The experiment was fascinating. Repeat. The experiment was fascinating. Say them slowly. Feel how each word has its own emotional flavor, its own texture. That's the beauty of advanced English, the richness of expression. Let's now explore the word contemplate. Wow, that's nice. It means to think deeply or carefully about something. You can say, "I need time to contemplate my decision," or He sat quietly contemplating the meaning of life. It's calm, poetic, and thoughtful, perfect for reflective conversations about life, choices, and meaning. Repeat after me. I often contemplate my goals. Again, I often contemplate my goals. Now try. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. Repeat. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. And one more. It's important to contemplate before you act. Say it. It's important to contemplate before you act. When you start using words like this, your speech sounds calm, deliberate, wise. It shows you're not rushing through life. You're thinking, reflecting, considering deeply. Now let's combine several of these words in a short reflection. Listen carefully and then say it with me. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. And one more. It's important to contemplate before you act. Say it. It's important to contemplate before you act. When you start using words like this, your speech sounds calm, deliberate, wise. It shows you're not rushing through life. You're thinking, reflecting, considering deeply. Now let's combine several of these words in a short reflection. Listen carefully and then say it with me. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Say it with me now. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. One more time, with feeling. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Do you feel how that sounds like fluent storytelling? That's the sound of C2 level natural English, my friend. You're really getting this. If you've made it this far in the lesson, you deserve a huge congratulations. Type "still here" in the comments so I can celebrate your dedication with you. You're doing incredible work. This word brings grace and professionalism to your speech. It's perfect for both formal and casual conversations, showing respect and appreciation for quality. Another beautiful adjective is eloquent. Ooh, that's interesting. It describes speech that is graceful, fluent, and persuasive. You can say, she gave an eloquent speech, or his writing is eloquent and heartfelt, or sometimes silence is more eloquent than words. Practice aloud. He's an eloquent speaker. Repeat. Practice. He's an eloquent speaker. Now try. Her message was eloquently expressed. Say it. Her message was eloquently expressed. And one more. The words were simple but eloquent. Repeat. The words were simple but eloquent. When you use this word, you express not just clarity, but emotion through language. You show that words can be beautiful, not just functional. Let's tie this all together in a mini exercise. Imagine you're describing a person who inspires you. You could say, "She's an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are innovative, and her approach to life is both subtle and profound." Say that with me. She's an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are innovative, and her approach to life is both subtle and profound. That's the richness of C2 English. Each word adds a layer of depth, a new dimension of meaning. You're not just describing someone, you're painting a complete picture of who they are. Now let's take a few moments to practice shadowing, repeating naturally with feeling. This technique helps your brain internalize rhythm, pronunciation, and natural English flow. Ready? Advanced vocabulary allows you to express who you are with precision. It helps you describe your thoughts, your emotions, and your world in ways that sound natural, confident, and real. Repeat with me. Advanced vocabulary allows you to express who you are with precision. It helps you describe your thoughts, your emotions, and your world in ways that sound natural, confident, and real. Pause. Repeat it again on your own. Feel the rhythm. Feel the meaning. That's how fluency grows, through sound, emotion, and repetition. Let's continue exploring words that describe the world around us, helping you express beauty, nature, emotions, and experiences with vivid, colorful language. Serene means calm and peaceful. The lake looked serene at sunset, or she spoke in a serene tone, or after the rain, everything felt serene. Another similar word is tranquil. It also means calm, but with a soft, natural beauty. The garden was tranquil, or I enjoy the tranquil mornings before work. Now practice these softly. The view was serene. Repeat. The view was serene. Now try. I love the tranquil silence of early morning. Say it. I love the tranquil silence of early morning. And one more. Her presence was calm and serene. Repeat. Her presence was calm and serene. Ending. These words are perfect for creating imagery, for painting pictures with language. They bring poetry into your everyday English. Now let's look at a slightly stronger word. Majestic. Let me think. This word means grand, powerful, beautiful in an impressive way. The mountains looked majestic under the golden light, or the orchestra's performance was majestic. Using descriptive words like this turns your sentences into pictures, into scenes that people can visualize and feel. Let's imagine together. We stood there in silence, watching the majestic waves crash against the shore. Say it with me. We stood there in silence, watching the majestic waves crash against the shore. Feel how the scene becomes alive? That's what C2 level English does. It allows you to paint with words, to create experiences through language. Language at this level isn't just about communication anymore. It's about expression, emotion, and artistry. The more you practice, the more your mind begins to think in this rhythm. Subtle, eloquent, compelling, serene. All right, before we continue, quick reminder. Don't forget to subscribe to Easy English with Sage if you're loving this lesson. Your support means everything, and it helps us create more content like this for learners around the world. When you reach the C2 level, vocabulary becomes your paintbrush, and every word you choose colors your communication with emotion, precision, and style. You start to realize that a single word can completely change the tone of what you say, the feeling it creates, the impact it has. Let's take the word notion. It means an idea, a belief, or a concept, often something abstract or philosophical. For example, I had a notion that he wasn't telling the truth, or the notion of time fascinates philosophers. It sounds intelligent and reflective, a word used by people who think deeply about the world, about life, about meaning. Repeat with me slowly. That's an interesting notion. Again, that's an interesting notion. Now try. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. Repeat. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. And one more. The notion of freedom means different things to different people. Say it. The notion of freedom means different things to different people. See how it adds calm authority to your language? It makes you sound thoughtful, measured, wise. Now let's explore another fascinating word, paradox. Oh, wow. A paradox is something that seems contradictory, but actually reveals a truth. For example, it's a paradox that sometimes failure leads to success, or the quietest person in the room often has the loudest thoughts. Paradoxical thinking is part of advanced communication. It makes people stop and reflect. It shows you understand that life isn't simple, that truth can be complex and layered. Practice these aloud. It's a fascinating paradox. Repeat. It's a fascinating paradox. Now try. Life is full of paradoxes. Say it. Life is full of paradoxes. And one more. Her personality is a paradox. Shy yet confident. Repeat. Her personality is a paradox. Shy yet confident. Each time you use this kind of word, your English becomes not just fluent, but philosophical. It becomes the language of thinkers, of people who see beyond the surface. Let's move to another important C2 level word, ambivalent. Let me think. This means having mixed feelings or being uncertain about something. You could say, I'm ambivalent about moving to another city. Or, he felt ambivalent toward his new job, excited but nervous. Native speakers often use this word when describing complex emotions, when they feel two opposite things at the same time. That's real life, isn't it? We rarely feel just one pure emotion. Usually, our feelings are mixed, complicated, layered. Try saying these. She's ambivalent about the decision. Repeat. She's ambivalent about the decision. Now try. I feel ambivalent, torn between two options. Say it. I feel ambivalent, torn between two options. And one more. His expression was ambivalent, a mix of joy and doubt. Repeat. His expression was ambivalent, a mix of joy and doubt. Words like this allow you to capture emotional layers that simpler words can't express. They show depth, nuance, honesty. Now let's focus on a word that shows intellectual clarity, analytical. This word means using logic and detailed thinking to understand something. He has an analytical mind, or her analytical approach helped solve the problem, or the report was written with great analytical precision. Practice softly. I'm trying to be more analytical. Repeat. I'm trying to be more analytical. Now try. He gave an analytical response. Say it. He gave an analytical response. And one more. Her analytical skills are impressive. Repeat. Her analytical skills are impressive. This word is especially useful for academic, business, or science discussions. It's one of the cornerstones of C2 communication, showing you can think logically, deeply, systematically. Another advanced and elegant word is perspective. Oh wow. This word means a way of seeing or understanding something, a point of view. Let me share my perspective, or traveling gives you a new perspective on life. It's simple yet powerful. It brings emotional and intellectual depth to your sentences. It shows you understand that different people see things differently, and that's okay. Try these with me. From my perspective, that makes sense. Repeat. From my perspective, that makes sense. Now, try. We need to consider other perspectives. Say it. We need to consider other perspectives. And one more. His perspective changed after the experience. Repeat. His perspective changed after the experience. Vocabulary like this helps you sound balanced and open-minded. It shows maturity, respect for diversity of thought. Let's practice combining these words in a little scene. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's worried about their future. You could say, I understand your ambivalence. It's natural to feel uncertain. But from another perspective, this could be a great opportunity to grow. Sometimes the notion of risk is scarier than the reality. Ambivalence, perspective, and notion, all in one meaningful, supportive message. That's C2 English in action. Tell me in the comments, are you starting to feel the difference? Are you noticing how these words make your English richer and more expressive? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now let's explore another powerful set of words. Precise, accurate, and concise. They may sound similar, but each has its own specific purpose and meaning. Precise means exact, detailed, carefully chosen. Accurate means correct or true. Concise means brief but complete, saying a lot with few words. For example, her explanation was precise. The results were accurate. His speech was clear and concise. Repeat after me. Be precise with your words. Again, be precise with your words. Now try. The data must be accurate. Repeat. The data must be accurate. And one more. Keep your response concise. Say it. Keep your response concise. These are essential words for any advanced speaker who wants to communicate clearly, without confusion, with clarity and confidence. Now let's look at another interesting word, artificial. Usually this word means man-made or unnatural, but at a C2 level, it's also used to describe behavior or tone. Her smile felt artificial, or the flowers were artificial but beautiful, or we must avoid creating an artificial environment. It's a versatile word that adds subtle meaning depending on context. That's what makes advanced English so fascinating. The same word can mean different things in different situations. Now let's explore a word that connects deeply with emotion. Nostalgic. Ooh, that's interesting. It means feeling sentimental about the past, missing something that once made you happy. Listening to that song makes me nostalgic. Or he felt nostalgic while visiting his old school. It's poetic, emotional, and common in storytelling, in conversations about memory, childhood, the past. Say these slowly. I'm feeling nostalgic today. Repeat. I'm feeling nostalgic today. Now try. Old photos make me nostalgic. Say it. Old photos make me nostalgic. And one more. There's a nostalgic beauty in remembering simpler times. Repeat. There's a nostalgic beauty in remembering simpler times. Words like these make your English sound human, heartfelt, artistic. They connect emotion with memory, past with present. Let's move to inevitably. It's the adverb form of inevitable, and it means something that happens no matter what, something certain. Inevitably, time changes everything. Or, he worked hard, and inevitably, success followed. Or, disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. It's one of those words that adds grace to your expression, making you sound calm, thoughtful, mature. Let's practice. Inevitably, we all learn from experience. Repeat. Inevitably, we all learn from experience. Now try. The storm passed, but inevitably it left damage. Say it. The storm passed, but inevitably it left damage. And one more. He kept avoiding work, and inevitably he failed the exam. Repeat, he kept avoiding work, and inevitably he failed the exam. The word itself carries quiet strength. It reminds you to trust the process, to accept what must happen, to understand that some things are beyond control. Now let's discuss fundamental. Let me think. This word means basic but essential, something that everything else depends on. Trust is fundamental in any friendship, or grammar is fundamental to learning a language, or freedom is a fundamental human right. Say these after me. Honesty is fundamental. Again, honesty is fundamental. Now try. Understanding pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. Repeat. Understanding pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. And one more. Respect is fundamental in communication. Say it. Respect is fundamental in communication. These sentences sound both natural and powerful. They express core truths, essential principles that guide life and learning. Let's explore profound again, but in a new way, showing how versatile advanced words can be. You can use profound for emotions, knowledge, or even silence. She felt a profound sadness, or he shared a profound idea, or there was a profound silence after the news. It's soft, yet emotionally powerful. A perfect word for advanced English learners who want to sound both calm and expressive, both gentle and deep. If you've made it this far, you're absolutely amazing. You've been practicing with me for so long, absorbing so much advanced vocabulary, and your commitment is truly inspiring. Give yourself a huge pat on the back. Now, let's shift to something really practical and useful. Expressing agreement and disagreement politely. In many cultures around the world, people avoid direct confrontation. In English, especially at advanced levels, it's important to disagree without sounding rude or aggressive. Instead of saying, "I don't agree," you can say, "I see your point, but I have a different perspective." Instead of, "You're wrong," try, "I'm not entirely convinced." Instead of, "That's right," you could say, "I completely concur." Practice these slowly. I completely concur. Repeat. I completely concur. Now try, "I'm not entirely convinced." Say it. I'm not entirely convinced. And one more. That's an interesting perspective. Repeat. That's an interesting perspective. These expressions help you participate in mature discussions without sounding too direct or harsh. That's the art of polite fluency, balancing honesty with respect. Now let's practice a few advanced transitions that connect ideas smoothly, making your English flow naturally like water, like music. Moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, and on the other hand. These are vital for advanced writing and speaking. They act like bridges between your ideas, helping listeners follow your thoughts easily. For example, the project was successful. Moreover, it inspired new ideas. The weather was terrible. Nevertheless, we continued. He's confident. In contrast, his brother is shy. She didn't study. Consequently, she failed. Repeat each phrase softly. Moreover, Nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, on the other hand. These transitions are like the glue that holds advanced English together. They show you can think logically, organize your thoughts, and express complex relationships between ideas. Let's use them in one long paragraph for practice. Listen carefully and then say it with me. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. Now say it with me. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. One more time with confidence. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. Try shadowing that paragraph on your own now. Feel the rhythm of natural academic English merging with conversational tone. That's the sweet spot of C1 to C2 fluency. Now let's focus on another key advanced skill, describing abstract ideas like motivation, change, and growth. These are topics people all over the world discuss, in every language, in every culture. Aspiration means a strong desire to achieve something, a dream, a goal. Perseverance means continuing, even when things are difficult, never giving up. Fulfillment means the feeling of satisfaction after achieving something meaningful, a sense of completeness. Repeat after me. My aspiration is to become fluent in English. Again, my aspiration is to become fluent in English. Now try. Perseverance leads to success. Repeat. Perseverance leads to success. And one more. Helping others brings fulfillment. Say it. Helping others brings fulfillment. These are deeply emotional, motivational words. They belong to the language of dreamers, thinkers, achievers. They belong to you. Let's blend them into a beautiful reflection. Listen and then repeat. Every learner has a personal aspiration. Through perseverance, that dream slowly transforms into reality. And when you finally reach your goal, there's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. Say it with me. Every learner has a personal aspiration. Through perseverance, that dream slowly transforms into reality. And when you finally reach your goal, there's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. There's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. At this level, your vocabulary becomes part of your identity. It's not just about speaking well. It's about expressing your values, emotions, and thoughts with clarity, with heart, with soul. So let's end this part with a powerful shadowing practice. Repeat naturally with feeling. Advanced vocabulary gives you freedom. It allows you to express what you truly mean, not just what you can say. It connects your heart, your thoughts, and your words, making your English not just correct, but alive. Say it with me. Advanced vocabulary gives you freedom. It allows you to express what you truly mean, not just what you can say. It connects your heart, your thoughts, and your words, making your English not just correct, but alive. Pause. Breathe. Let those words sink deep into your heart and mind. You've been practicing with me for such a long time now, absorbing vocabulary, repeating sentences, connecting words with emotions and meanings. And you know what? You're not the same English learner you were when this lesson started. You've grown. You've expanded. You've transformed. Remember, even 5 minutes a day can change your English forever. Consistency is more powerful than perfection. Perseverance is more valuable than talent. And you, my friend, you have both. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for choosing to invest your time in your English journey. Thank you for trusting me to guide you through this C1 to C2 masterclass. If this lesson helped you, if you feel more confident, if you learned something valuable, please like this video and subscribe to Easy English with Sage. Your support means everything to me and helps this channel reach more learners around the world who need exactly what you just experienced. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking with confidence. You are capable of reaching C2 level fluency. You already have everything you need inside you. You just need to keep going, one word at a time, one sentence at a time, one day at a time. I'm so proud of you. I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, stay motivated, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay fluent. Take care, my friend. This is Sage from Easy English with Sage, reminding you that your voice matters, your progress matters, and your English journey is just beginning. See you soon.